Wednesday morning to everyone. I'm John. I'm coming to you today from the Kaiser Report with just a few things to talk about, and then we'll let you get on with your Wednesday, which is hump day, halfway through a week. Looking forward to a wonderful coming weekend with clear skies, supposedly. Be a good day to be out on a lake or doing some barbecuing in your backyard. And if you are thinking of barbecuing this weekend, don't forget our sponsor, Lazy J Farms and Butcher Shop in Kingsport, Tennessee. And if you call before 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, you'll have every cut of meat that you'd like specialty cut for you on your table and in your hands the next day. They will ship anywhere you want, and you'll have it in time for the weekend. And of course, that's Thursday. You'll have to call before 10 o'clock on Thursday to get that to happen. And you can call your orders in on Wednesday as well after 10 a.m., and that's today. And the number there to contact is 423-398-5595. And I'll say that number one more time. 423-398-5595, and you tell them that Kaiser sent you, and they'll give you a great deal. And you can get your steaks cut any size you want if you call in time and have it delivered to your home, or you can pick it up there. It is the finest beef you've ever tasted. They have great no-fill hot dogs. They have chicken. They have all sorts of pork, and the pork ribs are to die for. So give them a call and talk to Butch down there and see what he can do for you. And that said, we'll get on with today's news. When you're told that mining coal is bad, but mining copper, lithium, colbalt, and nickel, which is good, you know you're being conned and lied to. They're shutting down the coal industry in this country for some reason other. We know what the reason is. They want the new Green Deal to convince you that everything electric is going to work. Well, all of these other minerals that we just mentioned in products that have to be mined are raping the earth, and this is what's used to build all of this AI and electric cars and things of, electric-powered instruments that you'll be needing. It's used in computers, it's used in AI, it's used in manufacturing batteries, it's manufacturing of electric vehicles. Coal is a very important commodity in this country, and it's kept a lot of families fed. It's kept a lot of families in business. And these people are being told now, go retrain yourself into something else. In this region alone, the coal mines were a mainstay for people, as well as tobacco. And what is that being replaced with now? Some are growing hemp, and some are growing soy, and things that are acceptable to this government right now. We have to rethink what we're doing to this earth, number one, and we have to rethink what we're doing to the people that are actually wanting to work in this country in the businesses that are needed. Coal is a necessary product to provide the electricity that you need to power your cars, to power your home. And yet they don't recognize that because Hillary Clinton came out and said we need to kill the coal industry. And every Democrat behind her has done the same thing, including Barack Hussein Obama. And now Joe is just going to carry it all the way through to make sure it's completely shut down in this country. In the meantime, if you go over to China, they're mining the hell out of coal. They're buying other people's coal, but we're not selling them coal. What's going on there? We need to stop and wonder some days just what the heck is happening to this country. Other than the fact that we have the devil, call him Beelzebub. He has numerous names. We've let him through the southern border with all of the demons that follow him. We need to get this country back to God-like behavior and fight the demons that have been let into the country by Satan's little helpers in the White House and in the Senate and in the Congress. We're being invaded not only by illegal immigrants, but we're being invaded by lawlessness and demons who mean harm to this country, whether it's out of jealousy or something else, we don't know. We're not being told the truth because the media is being controlled purely by our government. And
let me think about that.
The powers to be that are connected to this government. We need to pray every day for guidance in how we vote. And I know they want to keep us upset, on guard, and being told everything is fine, but it's not. Look around you at the crime. Look around you at the theft in stores. Look around at the stores that are closing due to this theft. These are jobs that are being destroyed. You can't take a mom and pop store and expect them to absorb $500,000 in thievery and survive. Shoplifting is at an all-time high. And we have the police department that can't do their job or not allowed to do their job. And then you have all these protesters that are on college campuses that were arrested. The police went in, got them out of the building that they occupied, busted windows in, and took over an entire building on the Columbia campus. And Alvin Bragg, that special prosecutor in New York that is so bent on destroying Donald Trump, has let them all go. Didn't see a crime there. Makes you wonder what's going on with our judicial system when criminals caught red-handed, pulled out by the police, and the police at risk to do this, arrest them, and they're let go. What kind of a attorney general, state attorney general is he? My God, it doesn't take a genius to see this. But we're having this happen in every one of our blue cities that exist. They want to hang their hat on the January 6th insurrection, as she called it. How about the BLM and Antifa riots that led up for an entire year where nothing was done, no one was prosecuted? They burned down police stations. They garnered buildings. They destroyed businesses. They destroyed buildings. They burned down a police station, for God's sake. Nothing's done about that. But yet we have people that went to protest on January 6th and are still in jail, and no one knows when they're going to get out or what the crime really was. Yes, there were bad people that did bad things during that protest, and they should be held accountable. I'm not saying let them walk. If you were in that building and you broke a window or you did something or painted something, then you pay. But to say Donald Trump promoted that, and they still carry this negative banner, and it'll come up in this debate tomorrow, you wait and see. It's all a pack of lies.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Lies that are told by Joe Biden every day.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
By Pelosi every day. And the rest of them that want to call this an insurrection. You want to know what an insurrection is? It's the southern border and what's happened there for the last 3 3/4 years. That's an insurrection. That's a danger to our country's safety. We have an organization, one of the largest, by the way, employers of people in this country, the Homeland Security Department. Homeland Security. And Alejandro Mayorkas is guilty as sin for carrying out the orders given to him to open these borders so wide to so many criminals and so many of mentally ill ilk from other countries without asking one question or vetting anyone. And then he sits in Congress with a smirk on his face and never, ever answers a question directly. What does it take to wake up this country to realize that Mayorkas is at fault here and he is a criminal as a result of this? And whoever gave him his marching orders, and we know who that is, and we know why, but nobody does anything about it. You have a Congress that sits there trying to make noises like they want to do something about it, but nothing ever happens. It's talk, 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 and no consequences for anyone and no results at the end of these talks. Why? Why can't we fix the border? You have lawmakers that are sitting there. Why don't they do something? Because Mr. Schumer, old Chuckles the Clown, doesn't want that border closed. All he wants is more money for the Ukraine. I'd love to see how that circles back to their pockets. No one's following the money there. No one's asking for accountability for the monies that we have sent there to a losing war. Why? These are things we have to ask ourselves before we walk into that voting booth to cast a vote in November. And if you're thinking about casting mail-in votes in early voting, this is how they're going to take the cheat to the end.
Dog, I don't know what game y'all trying to run. I don't know what this is, but it ain't going down like this.
Just remember that. They do not want to relinquish power. No dictatorship or junta ever wants to give up power. And we're looking at a classic example here of a pack of liars that are not going to want to leave. They're not through persecuting RFK Jr. They're not through persecuting Donald Trump. By any stretch of the means, they're not going to stop until they destroy their opponents. This is not a way to win an election. This is not a way to run a country. And having a wide open border, you don't have a country. We're not sovereign anymore. There's 16, 17, 18 million people let into this country that we know nothing about. We don't even know where half of them came from. But we know that there's bad actors that came out of the Middle East in several countries. They come out of Afghanistan. They're coming in droves from China, South America. And we know all about the Venezuelans and Argentinians. So you think your country is sovereign? This is not the way it was designed to be. We need to close our borders. We need to round up people that we have no idea what their intentions are and find out what their intentions are. There are probably some good people that came in these groups and they needed to be weeded out and helped. But this country is in very, very dire straits as we sit here talking about it this morning. And as far as the mainstream media goes, you cannot believe one word they say. And that includes all of them, including Fox. You have a handful of people at Fox that maybe try to tell you the truth, but it's salt and pepper to cover up some stink. We need to vote correctly. We need to pray to God that we have the ability to turn this around, get the right people in. And my biggest fear is whoever wins the presidency has to put in a cabinet of people that have the ability and the necessary tools to do the job that we'll put them in there to do. If you look at the current cabinet of this administration, it is a carnival of diversity and ignorance. Look at your transportation secretary. He has no clue of what he's doing. He has no clue of what he's saying, and the transportation problems in this country still are not up to par. The education problems that we have. We don't need government involved in education. That department needs to be disbanded now. The Department of the Interior is corrupt. shall I go on? Pick one and I'll tell you. Use the comments below to tell me what your thoughts are on this. You have to be watching this. You have to be understanding this. You're being told this every day on this platform and several other platforms other than mainstream media, which will tell you the truth. And yet it continues. You have had now a week, a full week of a country running itself without a president. Why? He has 16 people at Camp David sequestered with him to teach him how he can debate, how he can stand for 90 minutes, how he can talk for 36 of those minutes without screwing up. And God knows what caffeine product they're going to load him up on to keep him awake during this thing. And this is tomorrow night. And I urge you all to watch it because it should be interesting. But it will also be very one-sided, and that's because of CNN and Jake Tapper and his other anti-Trump buddy that's going to be moderating this. And if you think for a minute that they have not supplied the answers and the questions to the Biden administration, then you need to talk to me about a bridge I have for sale. It's not going to be a two-sided thing. First of all, Trump has to debate 3 people. The 2 moderators and Biden. And then they have the power to stop him from speaking anytime they want. I will be highly surprised if it's fair and balanced. I would be shocked. But anyway, remember, when you're told that mining coal is bad, think about lithium, cobalt, nickel, and the rest of the minerals that we want to tear up the earth to take away for the Green New Deal and the climate change bunch. But it is a gorgeous day here in East Tennessee. We have some things that we have to accomplish around the farm today, but if I do get out, I'll have a camera with me and maybe we'll see something fun or go have a lunch somewhere. So I hope you all have a great Wednesday. Thank you again for tuning into the Kaiser Report and liking this channel, and please subscribe. And give us comments below. You'll see our email address. You can always email me for anything, even if you want a Kaiser Report hat. You can drop me an email, and if you qualify, we'll get one to you. So with that said, I'm going to let you out of here and go enjoy your day. And hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow at the Kaiser Report. And can't wait for this debate tomorrow because we'll have a lot to talk about on Friday, I'm sure. So have a great day. Bye-bye now.